got game 3 of the Outpost tournament I went to, and I got drawing against some Lizardmen. These are my spells I got. Got Caress of Lanith, Fate of Boona, Soulblight, Double Sun. So pretty good for fighting Lizardmen. Doing something a little bit differently. Recording this battle report early in the morning, so my voice might be a little bit croaky. And I also have a wide awake baby on my lap, so he might make a guest appearance on this battle report. We never know. He might make an appearance, might good. So this could be interesting, guys. So stay tuned. So my opponent's deployment on this side, my left. I've got some Shadow Warriors. Put them down here after deploying basically 2 reasons. One, I realised I left a gaping hole for chameleons to sneak in, and fortunately I only rolled to put scouts down first and blocked off that gap, which is very fortunate. And there was no real place to get them in behind his lines, so I just kind of shored up my my left flank over here a little bit. I've got an eagle, 5 reavers that have vanguarded like that. I didn't want to get too close to the Ripidactyls, which you'll see in the middle of the picture there. I've got my little dark Silverhelms. And my opponent's side's got some skinks, got some chameleon skinks, a bastardodon, so, you know, 3 Ripidactyls. In the centre of the board then I've got my white lions. They're going to rush forward and get the blood forest. Oh, so say a little bit about the mission. So this is a modified watchtower. We're using a blood forest instead of a watchtower. And the person that controls it is the person that has the most fortitude in the blood forest at the end of the game. So I've got my white lions with Battling War Dragon and BSB ready just to push forward into that into the forest, and he can try and shift me out. If he brings a Saurus in, he's not going to be steadfast. The white lions should beat him in combat, and I'll just break him and let him run away. Kill all these steadfast right there. Got another Silverhelm Dart, 2 Frost Phoenixes, archers are positioned just there, ready to walk into that building. I've got another eagle, another unit of 5 elite reavers that have vanguarded forward. My opponent in the middle there has got a huge block of Saurus. I think it was like 40 or 35, 40, something like that. Slan on the corner, which will prove to be a huge mistake. He should be sat in the middle. And then in behind there's a cohort of skinks with Tetto'eko in there. So good selection of spells. He's got Lord Master of Heavens from Tetto'eko, and the Slan actually has the 1-year deliberation. So he's got loads of spells, loads and loads of spells. Next to that he's got 3 Ripidactyls and another unit, small cohort of skinks. Some more skink skirmishers in the woods there. 2 Razordons. And if you look just on the right of the picture there is 2 Scarlets and Cold Ones that have vanguarded forward, thanks to Tetto'eko's ability to let D3 units vanguard. And he only rolled 1 and he chose them. Yeah, and there's a picture of that there, so they just vanguarded forward. And I've got another eagle and my archmage on a dragon. So I win roll to go first, which is fortunate, and I just kind of cramp everything down the centre. He's going to win or lose the game in the centre. All his fortitude is in that Slan and Saurus unit. If I can kill that, break him, even just kill the Slan, he loses so much fortitude. He's going to really struggle to get fortitude into the Blood Forest, which is going to give me lots of points. The archers move up into the building, and the little banner bearers on the roof there. Just the general shuffling around, I kind of pull my flanks away from this right hand side, going into the centre. Just ready to pounce all my fortitude into the Blood Forest. I was too far away to risk a charge onto the Ripidactyls, so I just kind of give them a wide berth, let them try and charge, probably fail, and then I can hit them with 2 units of Silverhelms. So yeah, that's over on this side. So just again moving around, push Shadow Warriors right out to the left flank. If he wants to send skinks to deal with him, I'm fine with that. It means he's not getting me out of the Blood Forest. Shadow Warriors are purely sacrificial in this game, which I'm happy about. And the Silverhelms again, they just hung back. Give the Ripidactyls like an 11-inch charge. I think I give pretty much 11 or 12-inch charge. He might make it. If he does, I'm fucked. If he makes it, then if he doesn't make it, I can get him with 2 units of Silverhelms, and then that's good night the Ripidactyls. So we'll see how that goes. So Lizardmen turn 1. My magic was a bust. Again, the Archmage is really disappointing. I think I got Doom Darkness onto the Saurus block, but he dispelled it, and then I did a Caress of Lanith onto Tetto'eko and did a wound. Just really disappointed from the Death Mage in this tournament. Really expecting good things out of him, and he's just been terrible. And my archers picked off some wounds here and there. I think they killed a couple of skinks from the skirmish unit or something. I don't know, didn't do a lot. So Lizardmen turn 1, he didn't charge Ripidactyls, which I found interesting. He's just moved them here to the flank to get charges later. Interestingly, he's positioned in a way where I can charge them with my Silverhelms, get them to shrink up, hit them, and I can overrun into the skinks behind, and that's the best way to get skinks is on the overrun because they can't do their ridiculous double fleeing antics. He's kind of bunged himself up. He's got a lot of things here all, packed in together. So right for some panic tests, so I can start killing stuff. And he's taken the bait of the Shadow Warriors with chameleons and skinks, which is overkill, and I'm absolutely happy about that. You can go that way for all I care. I really don't care about the Shadow Warriors. They do nothing in this game. Shuffling around in the centre, so I didn't mention I chaffed up the Saurus block with Reavers. You probably saw it in the picture. Kind of just moves around. He's going to do some shooting to try and clear the Reavers, put some poison shots into the Frosties. If he doesn't kill them, basically I've got a double charge into his Saurus block with 2 Frosties, which is going to be bad for him. Very, very bad. Scarvets don't charge the building, which I was surprised about. I was expecting them to go in there, kill some archers. They just move around, ready to charge Frosties later on. But because they're a unit, they're really easy just to chaff up with my Eagles now. So interestingly, so that card there in the centre is a comet. He puts the comet down. I don't really care about it. I know the white lines are pretty much immune to it. The Frosties are going to kind of fly away from it in the next turn. Nothing else is really nearby, so I let the comet go. I didn't really care. I think he got something else off as well. Excuse me, guys. I'm not too sure, but basically the one that really mattered is he cast a fireball at the white lines, which I obviously let go because I've got 2+ water with magic. Fireball's going to do nothing. It killed one white line, so one snuck through, which is unfortunate. But of course, because the Blood Forest does, I think that actually been the D6/4 hits from the Blood Forest that killed a white lion. It's probably where that one guy died. So I took the damage from the Blood Forest. But the Blood Forest moved and come straight back into my deployment zone. So I was very grateful for that. This has just made this game a whole heck of a lot easier. Yeah, this is the spell. You got Murkos Mystifying Miasma off. And with the white lions, drop the weapon skill by 3. But it doesn't matter, I'm still weapon skill 2. I still hit everything in his army on 4s. So I wasn't particularly bothered about that. And you'll see it doesn't make the slightest bit of a difference. It actually works out. Turns out working out better for me. Which we'll see. So through combined shooting, he gets a wound on the dragon and a wound on the mage. So this is a really weird picture. I'm not sure. There's probably more shooting into white lines again. An unformatted picture. These keep sneaking through for some reason, so I'm not sure why. Kills a few white lines from shooting. Lots of poison, and I can't make my 3-ups. I think I roll below average for armor saves. But hey, what are you gonna do? And poison over here kills all the Shadow Warriors apart from one, but he passes his panic. So I'm absolutely happy with that. He's going to spend another turn wasting these skinks over here to try and kill that last Shadow Warrior because psychologically he's going to want to finish it off, which is a mistake on my opponent's part. So high off turn 2, this is where shit gets real. So the Silverhelms I was talking about, they charge the Ripidactyls, they can't flee, and now I've hit them in such a way where I can kill them all, or break them and over into the skinks behind. It's absolutely fantastic because I'll clear this left flank pretty quickly. White Lions go into the Bastardodon. I should be able to kill that in one round. And then turn to face his Ripidactyls. They can charge him if they want. I'll kill them before he gets to strike. And then I've got a nice easy charge into the flank of his Saurus. And so that's looking pretty good on this side. And then you notice the 2 Frosties went into the Saurus block right into the front. So really pleased how this game's going so far. And this Shadow Warrior just moves back. Again, I'm going to try and pull these skinks away, make him waste his time over here. Excuse me. So, archers are still in the building, just the general reshuffling of my lines. Eagle's ready to chaff up as necessary, and I'm just protecting this Blood Forest, ready to get some fortitude in there. Dragon moves up over there, protected his flank from, basically just give myself hard cover from all the shooting. Which proves to be a horrible mistake, as you'll see soon enough. And there's the Frosties that have gone in, but one's facing backwards just because the way the wings are. I couldn't get them both in facing the right way. But this is great. So I'm going to wait on the unit, and hopefully I could just eventually whip them down. He's not going to do hardly any damage to him. So yeah, as planned, Silverhelms completely wipe out the Ripidactyls, and then I fall an inch short of running over and into the chameleons, which really sucks. Excuse me, I've got a really dry throat. Told you it was early. And the white lines, so being weapon skill 2 means I'm now hitting on 4s, not 3s. I do all but 1 wound to the bastard on, which is actually really good because now I'm safe from shooting, and I can finish it off on his turn and then go from there.
Alright guys, sorry about that, I had to pause it for a second and deal with a baby issue, but I'm back now. So I'm probably going to repeat a little bit what I just said. So basically, the white lines went into the Pistolodon, did 3 wounds, didn't kill it, which is perfect, because now it means I get to kill it on his turn, reform, and the astute players of you will know I can reform against the flank of that Saurus block and hit the swan and kill it, which is perfect. In the centre, not quite sure what this picture is supposed to be showing. Maybe something was there that's gone. It's probably just the Phoenix is wailing on the Saurus block. Killed a lot. I won combat, but he stuck around and he's cold-blooded. So Lizardmen turn 2. Oh, so this was a flee from the charge. Right in the top right of this picture, there were some Ripidactyls. They charged my Silverhelms in the flank. I just fled, and he didn't choose to charge me off the board, which is what I would have done. I was right in front of these chameleons. Could have easily just charged me. I'd have fled again, pushed him off the board, and it's an easy pickup with points, and he didn't do it. So I was grateful for that. And the Ripidactyls reform and go into the flank of the Frost Phoenix. Kind of worried about that. Ripidactyls can hit pretty hard, but I should be okay. The Frosty should be able to take the brunt of damage. It goes down to strength 4, 200 on 6s, and they're pretty fragile. And the one of the Scarbets goes into the rear of the other Phoenix. Again, not too worried. I'm hoping just to put all my attacks onto the Saurus, win combat by loads, and make these tunics break anyway. So here's hoping. But fucking hell. So it goes into the Lizardman magic phase, and the comet just goes mental. So it starts off by, if you notice on the left hand side, there were some skinks there. Well, they're gone, and the skinks above them panic and flee. The Ripidactyls get killed to a man. All 6 wounds, or 9 wounds. Can't remember if I've got 2 or 3 each, but yep, they get completely wiped out. Just 4 wounds to the Frosty. Does no damage to the mounted Scarvet, and then kills 8 of those 10 skink cohorts, who promptly flee and run away. The white lines like lose Agai because I have pretty much immunity to magic, but yeah, was not expecting that, and it did a bunch of damage to the Saurus as well. So that was a big comet. Strength 6 did a lot of damage, more to my opponent than to me, which I was grateful for. But with comets is nice and easy. So again, the astute players will notice that there's something missing from this picture. There's a man shooting phase. Razordons kill the Lyran Reavers that were there blocking the dragon. The mage fails his panic test and runs off the table. 2 games in a row. I just gift my opponent 700 points because I can't make a Leadership 9 test. Fuck you, dragon. You waste of time. So in the combat phase, I think everyone just kind of bounces. The Frosty on the right takes a wound from the Scarvet. Frosty on the left takes no damage. I do a bunch of damage to the Saurus. I don't think I do enough damage to make the guy, the Scarvet break. To get him testing very low. Cold-blooded, you need to get him testing like a 4 before it's worthwhile. I don't think I did that much damage because he had like a charge, a rear, couple wounds. But it did do a decent amount of damage to the Saurus unit again, between 8 attacks and 2 thunderstomps and wheeling down the unit. So yeah, everyone just sticks around. And as predicted, the white lines finish off by the Bastardon, and the skinks behind them panic again and flee again. They just spent the whole game sort of panicking, then rallying, then panicking again, and then rallying, then panicking again. So I'm happy with that, keeping those skinks out of the game. And now it's my turn next, and that's a pretty short charge. It looks like a long charge, but it's actually, I only need to roll like a 5, and I'm in the flank of the slam there. So high off turn 3, Silverhelms over here rally. This Shadow Warrior has been killed. I take this charge into the flank of those chameleons, thinking if it was like a 10 or 11, but thinking if I can make it, I can kill them, and then I can overrun into the other chameleons and then kill them. And it's an easy pick up of points and clear up this left flank, but I failed the charge, which I wasn't really bothered about. I'm still kind of in the position I want to be. Silverhelm's moving to the Blood Forest to get some fortitude in there to claim it. And of course the White Lions take that charge I was talking about. So the majority of my attacks are going to go in the Slann, but more importantly is there's one guy, one Saurus warrior in the 3rd rank of this unit who has to slide across, meaning I can put like, 6, 7, no, actually more than that. It's like I can put like 10 attacks into the unit and then 7 or 8 attacks into the Slann. And that one guy basically means I can decimate the unit because of one Saurus warrior, because the wounds carry over to the unit, which is going to be just huge in swinging this combat. Over here, kind of just shuffling around, archers still in the building, trying to shoot the Razordons, not being very successful. Eagle chaps up the other Scarvet from coming into the Frosty. Or the Eagle just positioned to chap up later. Archers managed to finish off the Razordon that had taken a wound earlier, but he don't think it causes any panic tests or anything. And so this was just a huge swing. This is pretty much the end of the game in terms of it being a competition. So the White Lions come to the flank. I just absolutely rip apart the Saurus and the Slann. The Slann takes a lot of damage, and so I was saying that one Saurus in the 3rd rank made a huge difference, because I did like 1 wound to the Slann. With his 4-up ward, he absorbed so much damage, but I managed to put so many attacks into that one Saurus that I just wrecked the unit. He was on double 1s, he failed, he broke, the Slann died, the standard died, but more importantly, Tetto'eko's unit behind that unit failed their panic and ran off the board. So now he has no fortitude to claim the Blood Forest, so all I have to do is claim the Blood Forest, and I've got a free 825 points, which should push me into a big 20 zip. So as long as I just don't mess anything up at this point. This is turn 3. Because of the way everyone fled, the Scarvet could actually wheel past my Eagle, clip me, and then I had to close the door to him. So I was unfortunate, and the Scarvet that I tried to run down actually rallied, so I didn't actually get anything out of that deal. Over on this side, Skinks moving around. Again, I'm happy for them to be over here. They're not getting me out of the Blood Forest, which is where the points are going to be won at this point. I guess the picture just the centre, kind of blurry. So over here, I honestly can't remember what happened over here. I think what happened is the Razordon killed itself. Which I'm not sure if it can even do that, but basically something made the Skinks panic off the board, and the Razordon's gone. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, I'm not too sure how that happened. You'll notice that the Frosty that was in sort of the top left of this picture has flown away because he doesn't want to die. High up turn 4 then. So the Scarlet actually killed the Frosty, which was not expected. I think I lost combat and got run down. I did not expect that at all. Bottom left, Frosty is just hiding away. Eagles ready to double flee that Scarvet from charging my Silverhelms in the forest, because that's all that matters now. I've got fortitude in there. Thought the Scarvet wants to charge the flank of my White Lions, who just marched headlong for the forest. He can do. He's not going to break me. I'm going to turn, face, kill him. So, yep, happy with that. So I've got like no shooting that does anything, no magic, so restricts Lizardmen turn 4, takes the charge into the Eagles, do the double flee, and the other Scarvet isn't stupid, doesn't charge the White Lions and turns to face the Blood Forest for a charge later. Again, Skinks over on the left, just wasting time, happy with that. Chameleons moving around, these are actually trying to shoot at my Silverhelms in the forest now, but between the -1 to hit for the trees and my 2+ armor, he just can't kill them. High up turn 5 then, just reshuffling around. Both the Eagles rally. I just park them in the front of the Silverhelms just to get them in the way. The White Lions charge the Scarvet that failed its charge against the Eagles, so easy pick up there. Kill him, reform to face the other one. Silverhelms over here just march out the way. Maybe we can get them Skinks to follow me. Lost one to dangerous terrain. Frosthalf Phoenix flies out the way to stay alive. White Lions kill the Scarvet on a cold one and reform into a longer line just to block off the charge of this other Scarvet. he can quite happily charge me if he wants. I'm happy with that. Lizardman turn 5. Scarvet's not stupid, doesn't charge the white lions, goes around. Chameleon's moved to shoot the eagles. So this is basically half turn 6 and the end of the game, because pretty much I was taking pictures of the same thing over and over again. It was just all focused on these trees, so I stopped taking pictures. Basically what happened is the chameleons shot at the eagles, only killed one of them. I passed my panic with the unit in the woods. Then it got to my turn 6. I managed to get the last wound off the mounted Scarvet from the archers in the tower. And then I matched up my other silver helm banner into the forest just for good measure, so I've got 2 points of fortitude in there. So this is pretty much a table in, plus I get the Blood Forest, so it was a huge win, 20-0 for High Elves in game 3 here. And overall for the tournament, I placed me with 41 tournament points, so I had 40 on game points, minus 2 for my list, so 38, and then plus 3 for having a painted army, so 41 overall, and that placed me 6th out of 24. Which, considering I had a 600 point model that did pretty much nothing, I still managed to take 6th. I was quite pleased with that, showing the power of the brand the World Dragon unit there, and just the versatility of kind of an MSU flying monster high elf list. Really enjoyed this list. Very good. The Frost Phoenixes are just immense, and you'll probably notice in a few of these games I actually misplayed them. If I'd have been smart with the Phoenixes, I certainly could have won game 2 and finished even better in the tournament. But then again, if you do, you win game 2, I don't play this game 3, and I might not get 20. So hindsight's 20/20. Who knows? So this was a good tournament. Really enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed the reports, guys. Yeah, I'm out. Don't forget to like the video, drop a comment, what you think. Comments on the list on how I played it, blah blah blah. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Every time I get an email saying I've got a new subscriber, it makes me happy. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so actually I forgot about this slide. So the tournament summary. This was crazy amounts of fun. It really was. It was a ridiculously fun army to play. Just gonna have a quick drink. Lots of fast stuff flying around. The Frost Phoenixes are so good, and I enjoyed having the banner of the World Dragon on the BSB. Caught a few people out with the whole banner swiftness trick. We're getting them to waste some magic on the white lions. So the Archmage and Dragon was a silly idea. It was really fun. Don't get me wrong. It was so fun to have a guy and a dragon, but it was just a silly idea, and it was really disappointing. I cast one spell all tournament that made any difference to any game, and that was the Doom of Darkness in game 1. I couldn't Irresistible Purple Sun. Like 4 or 5 times I tried, just couldn't do it. Would have really won me game 2. Just couldn't cast it, just couldn't get it off when he needed. So he was really disappointing, but I'm probably still going to win him again because he was just so much fun. Frostlock Phoenixes, or Phoenix, they're all kinds of awesome. They're so good, just so durable. That whole -1 strength and always strikes last means they just beat on so many things. Especially if you get them into a unit together. You've got 8 attacks, you've got 2 Thunderstomps. Very powerful. Especially when you roll that 6 on the on your Winds of Magic and they've got 4+ Ward Save. Really good. I'm very impressed with the Frostlock Phoenixes. Pleased to have placed well despite the big loss in game 2. It was quite funny actually. The game, the army I played in game 2 was one I looked at beforehand and thought that was probably the only list in the tournament that I was pretty much guaranteed a big win against. I was telling my opponent this when we were playing. Like, I looked at his list and I really thought it was a good matchup for me, and he said the same. My list in theory should have walked all over that ogre list, but it just wasn't to be. And considering the list I took, not a bad event overall at all. I was impressed with how I did. I was actually quite impressed with the list despite its failures, and I'll probably win something similar again. So that's a quick summary there, and thanks for watching, guys. So bye.